What's up, crypto universe? It's the 17th of August. It's me, Eugene Tay, and you're listening to me on Rock the Block Live Daily News. This episode was brought to you by our partners over at Oneon. What's Oneon? It's the world's first cross-blockchain platform solutions. First up on headline news today in Pumped Up Dumps. While the crypto universe is going crazy over CBOE's Vitalik ETF launched sometime in September, there is actually a way to own Bitcoin not directly, and it's been around since 2015. Well, this is available on Swedish investors on the Nasdaq Stockholm exchange since 2015. So it's been going on for some time already, but nobody knows about it because when you think of Sweden, you just think of IKEA and meatballs. At least that is from an Asian perspective. Right? This show is all about Asian perspective, right? So anyway, come 15th of August on Wednesday, US investors can technically buy into Bitcoin Tracker 1 or the ticker CXBTF. I don't know about you, but CXBTF sounds like something you'd do to scold people. Like, hey, don't be CXBTF ah. So if you're an investor outside of Sweden and you look at a CBOE event at ETF delay, you can go, well, I got myself some Bit Tracker 1 from Stockholm, yo. Take that, mother cryptos. In Mediasized the Regulators, Ethereum Foundation and Bitcoin Magazine co-founder Vitalik Buterin was on Forbes recently to talk about his views on the crypto future. And this is some of the highlights that he talked about. Vitalik has been focused on proof of stake and sharding protocols, and as we all know, this is very important for scalability. So according to him, there has been lots of progress on the algorithm part alone. And he also wants to figure out a way to reduce transaction fees, keeping it as low as possible so people can really use crypto. Ethereum Casper's protocol is almost ready to be used and is right now pending review on academic analysis. On the current market valuation of 200 billion right now in the crypto pool, Vitalik feels this amount of money has been overvalued because if you compare it to the amount of actual use cases you can find in crypto projects versus the amount of money that is inside, it does not quite tally. So he urges the whole community to galvanize together and really close the gap between current market value and enabling real world use cases that bring equivalent value to the economy. And I do believe that if you look at all the projects that is coming out now for the next half of 2018 and 2019, this seems to be the direction that most projects are taking. So overall, I would say this bodes really well for the crypto industry. And on regulations, what Buterin has got to say is that governments need to look at how to ease up and allow various technology in crypto to flourish within the mainstream ecosystem. For example, he talked about how he could just walk into a convenience store, buy a $5 crypto card, minus off some of the transaction fees, and able to use it on the spot. Because right now we don't see a lot of such solutions being available to the public, but one of them is Tangem. You can buy it as a card where it's stored BTC, and also cold storage coins. Our friends, also a Singapore brand, allow you to put BTC, Ethereum, or any other form of cryptocurrency on an external storage device to use. So I think for the mainstream adoption, people are more used to having stored value card, and if crypto is going to go mainstream, that is certainly the way to go. For fans of mining and proof of work, well, Vitalik has got this to say to you. He's not a big fan of proof of work and he much sooner see it gone. Finally, Vitalik also joked that Google did not offer him a job at Google. In fact, it was a machine learning algorithm that sort of scaled through his GitHub account and flagged it as one of the high-ranking GitHub contributors, and in fact triggered Google's HR team to flag Vitalik as a viable and suitable intern for hire. Imagine Vitalik, an intern for Google. Speaking of use cases, in our next category called Founders and Use Case, this particular coin may not rank highly in Vitalik's point of view because its use case is really quite dubious. Hailing out from Las Vegas, for a nightclub called More, M-O-R-E, launched a cryptocurrency coin called More Coin. So if you want more coin, get more coin. What's interesting though is that the usage of More Coin is really more like a membership card. If you buy more coins and you put it into your wallet, and when you go down to the club, you flash your wallet, and if you have like 5,000 or more coins, you get some VIP privileges. And you can spend your cryptocurrencies like a Bitcoin and Ethereum to pay for drinks and girls in the bar. So what is the use of more coin? I really have no idea, other than the fact that you put points in a card and flash it at the door, which is really a glorified loyalty card program. But the amazing thing though is that more coin is currently trading at 15 cents on Bittrex. 15 cents. There's a lot of much better projects out there that is a lot cheaper than that. So, well, it's up to you guys, unless you are into Las Vegas and into strip bars and nightclubs. More coin might be something you want to take a look at. And in another slightly more serious use case of the blockchain, we have the Union of European Football Association, or the UEFA, as you guys probably know that, has successfully deployed a new ticketing system based on, or via mobile phone, running on blockchain. And due to the success last year, in just August 15, in a match between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid held in Estonia, 100% of the tickets sold were actually on the blockchain. So this is actually one of the successful use cases of blockchain. I do know that many of you crypto enthusiasts will look at this technology and go, it's a ticketing system, you don't need the blockchain for that. I get it, I understand. I know we are so protective of our blockchain, right? And we always question people, why? Do you deserve to be on the blockchain? I know, yeah, I get it. But what I'm looking at from this point of view is we are still at very much in the infant stage of the technology. If you look at the internet back then, when it first came out in the 80s and when it hit mainstream popularity in the 90s, you get people using the internet for all sorts of funny reasons, creating websites, personal websites. Things that don't really deserve to be on the internet are all on the internet. Well, one can argue that it was eating too much bandwidth and you don't deserve to be on the internet. But with regards to technology and innovation, you've got to kind of try and test out and really put as many things as you can on the blockchain. Eventually, the good projects will really emerge. If we want to go to the mainstream audience and we want blockchain to really grow and innovate, we got to stop being so pompous and thinking that blockchain has a specific use and that use is for high technology alone and nothing else. So kudos to UEFA for giving a ticketing system on the blockchain. I think this is just one of the basic ways of doing things. If they keep up at it, I won't be surprised to see a lot of other real dApps building on this platform. Bitcoin mining facility services firm in Norway received a bomb threat. Ooh, could this be the job of Vitalik? Well, according to local newspaper, Crypto Vault operates in several cities in Norway when the threat was sent to the company via their website. In the next headline news for Blockhead Lockdown, remember the project I talked about, FOMO 3D, a few weeks ago, and I said it's rather dubious in the way the project is being managed. Literally, it's based on people's fear of missing out. You buy a key, you put in some money into the pot grows, the timer goes up. And when the timer goes down to 0, the last guy with the key wins 50% of the pot, and 50% of the remaining value goes to everybody else as a form of dividends. So it is very much like gambling, and it really preys on people's fear of missing out. Well, it's been so popular that it has created a lot of copycat products like FOMO 3D. Many of it hailing out from China, not surprising on that part. But in one particular one called Last Winner. So what's happening on Last Winner is that bots are now buying in on the token or buying in on the key to create a sense that people are actually spending money and buying into these keys to just keep the clock moving. So if you are unaware and you want to take part in Last Winner, what you do is you keep spending money buying in, trying to be the last one, or hoping that the pot will grow big enough so that you can be the final winner. But there's no way to win because it's all controlled by bots. And the worst thing is the entire amount of money that goes in is fake. Whatever amount it was inside already, the bots will just use the Ethereum and just pump it back in. So if you are putting money in, you are the idiot feeding the machine, the bot. So this particular project called Last Winner is not the real deal. And it's funny coming from FOMO 3D, which I call them bluff, and with a company name like Exit Scam, they don't really leave much to the imagination of what they really want to do. However, that being said, I am still very impressed with the whole slick game mechanics that FOMO 3D has created for themselves. As a gamer myself who's really interested in gaming mechanics, I look at something like FOMO 3D and I am impressed. However, I must still state that I did not put money in it to buy a key because I am not agreeable to this sort of semi-Ponzi scheme. That being said, such activities as FOMO 3D and Last Winner did not go unnoticed, as it has been eating up into the Ethereum network. So far, for Last Winner, it's been reported that the game has had 29 million worth of ETH invested and USD of $21.75 million worth of ETH withdrawn. So that was what the cycle I was talking about. And to quote Team Justo in their Discord channel, Team Justo is actually the creators of FOMO 3D. They are totally anonymous and we don't know who they are for good reasons. According to Team Justo in their channel, they said the scale of these bots, the amount of sheer gas being used, I genuinely think you are looking at a crime syndicate running this in China to scam people on a scale that Ethereum network has never seen before. It's very bad. Well, just another day of creative innovation in the crypto field from hackers or people who just really want to make money. Now, if you think about that, this is very interesting times in the crypto field. As a business owner, if you look at the amount of ideas that goes around trying to just earn money, it's amazing, because if you were working a 9-to-5 job, just doing the grind and looking at problems straight on, you will not really appreciate or see problem solving in a different light. But in the crypto scene, as I'm doing this daily news to you every day, talk about kidnapping case, with Last Winner, I can't help but have a certain sense of awe with the people building this. Crime or not, there is a certain level of finesse and creativity that goes into that thought process to create something like this. Well, that's all the headline news I have for you today. So if you have something that you want to talk about that you think I may have missed out, please leave me something in the comments below. If you like what you heard today, well, share it with your friends, give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe to us so that we know that you guys are watching and we'll be more motivated to sort of give you more of this news, right? Already, I want to thank the community out there for supporting us in just very short time. And we are really looking at 10,000 subscribers and growing. So thank you very much, crypto community. I love you guys as well. I'll see you all next Monday on more Rock the Block Daily News. And this episode was brought to you by our partners at OneChain.